Okay, the next model is the Goldfish. Again, this is a traditional model and it's a very old one. I'm not sure how old, but I wouldn't be surprised, but at least a couple of 100 years old. Anyway, the Goldfish is kind of a double model, because I think I said before, you start out by making the Celestial General party hat. Of course, if you're making a little goldfish, you're probably not making it in a size that will be you would be able to wear the Celestial General's party hat. But if you wanted to make just the party hat, you could make it with a piece of newspaper or newsprint or something like that. Or if you have bulletin board paper that you can cut square, that would work too. Okay, I'm doing this with a piece of regular origami paper. It's about 6.5 inches square. Because the goldfish, if you can show off some of the features of the fish, it looks more like a goldfish. So I'm sending you this one. I'm going to show you this one here. Now, first thing you're going to do is fold the paper in half to make a triangle. This is not actually starting from any base that I know of. It's just a little aberration. You just don't do a whole bunch of folds here. You just want one little triangle taco fold, just like that. You want the color of the fish to be the color you have on the outside. Okay? Now, we're just going to kick each one of these little points at the bottom of the triangle straight up, like this, so it points all the way up to here, and make a nice sharp crease, like that. Same thing on this side. And that. So this may look a little bit like the preliminary base, but it isn't really the preliminary base at all. Triangle, 1, 2. That's it. Okay, sharp creases. Now we're going to take the little points that are at the top and bend them straight down till they point to the bottom. You're just folding each separate point in half. There's only 2. And that's all you're doing. Taking these that were at the top and folding them in half so they're at the bottom. Okay, sharp creases. Sharp creases are extremely important in this one. They're important in all of them, but in some of them it's just about vital you make nice sharp creases. Okay, let's turn it around so that those 2 points are at the top, and at the bottom we have a nice big triangle. Okay, now we're going to just swivel fold these 2 little interior points, just like that. Just want them to come straight out, like that. This is what we had. That, pull the corner out, bend it and squash it flat. Or just crease it, don't squash it, just crease it, like that. Okay, now we're going to go down to the bottom and pick up only the top layer of paper. And we're going to find roughly the halfway point between here and here. Right about there. And we're going to pick this up like that. That's what we've done. If you look, this is not folded all the way up. It's not all the way up here. It's just about halfway. Okay, now there's a little lip on this right here. We're going to fold that straight up, and that's holding down all of this stuff up here, that little lip. Okay, now the Celestial General's hat is very simple. You just turn it over and fold the triangle in the back all the way up, and you've got the Celestial General's party hat. Now, to make the goldfish from this, you go to the back and you bend down the triangle that you folded all the way up. Open this up. See how I hold it? Squash it open a little. So I can cut my scissors right on the crease line there where we had folded it before. Make sure you only get the little single piece of paper in back. See what we did? We just folded that. Just cut it. I'm sorry, I didn't fold it, I cut it. We're cutting it on the fold. I'm doing that to both. The triangle in the back has got a cut and a cut. Okay, now to make the fish, you squash that flat and you make this into the tail by also kind of squashing it flat. I'm just making it so you can see the effect first, and then I will show you exactly what I did right here. There's a way that might be easier for you to see what I did to the tail, and that is, and it's still like this, and it's still flat like this, and you've cut the tail and back. Just bring it up and open it with the tail flat on the back, like that. The tail right there. And then just hold it here and reverse the direction of the tail. It makes a few more creases, but until you get the hang of what you're doing right here, it might be easier to teach it that way and to learn it that way. I'm going to adjust it a little bit so it looks like a goldfish. That is the goldfish.